Hi, welcome to our podcast from us to you. I'm Erin.
And I'm Rachel.
And we're super glad that you're here with us today. This is where we cover all things yarny, knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing,
All the
anything we
good
want to
things
talk about.
with yarn.
Yeah, so we're super glad you're here. Hope you're having a good week so far. And we're just going to dive right in.
Yep.
What are you working on?
Well, let's talk about some completed objects, and then we'll do our works in progress. I actually have one finished project this week, but that's it. I have actually kind of taken a hiatus from doing a ton of yarning because I have had embroidery calling my name, and so I kind of took a break from doing a lot of knitting and stuff, but I'm getting back into it. I just needed a small break. I finished the light roast coffee bean beanie by Needles and Love. Kelley Reedy is the author of the pattern, and I just am loving her work. And I literally just cast this off this afternoon during right after Sarah's nap. So this is it. I haven't even blocked it. So this is using the yarn from my Yarn Pal. And I absolutely love it. I have the tag here somewhere, but if I find it later, I'll have to put it down in the description. But it's just beautiful yarn and very fuzzy and squishy. And this is what I have left, so I don't know what I'm going to make with it. I have no idea. If you have any ideas of like what you would do with this kind of scrap one ply roving, it's too pretty not to do something special with it. And it's so soft. Let me tell you though, winding it up, the fuzz, there was so much fuzz. It was going up in my nose, and I was like, it's super, the squish, I'm in love. So I've got that. And then I have the, I'm losing my marbles. I have the pom-pom. I had a pom-pom. I'm losing it. Where is it?
Where did it go?
I have no idea. I have a pom-pom that I'm going to put on this. And I'm excited what that's going to look like.
It's a very cute pom-pom.
It's a very cute pom-pom. I'll find it later. Anyway, so look that pattern up. I really like it. And it's for Sarah, obviously. It's not for my head. And I did have a mishap with it. This yarn is lighter than the Percocia yarn they call for. They're both number 4 yarns, but this one's spun a little heavier. It's a heavier number 4 yarn, I think. And the yarn that I used for this is slightly lighter, even though it said it was a number 4. I started out with the recommended needle size on this and actually finished the entire thing. I had even woven in my ends, and then I was like, this is just too big. And
man.
I was not happy. And I took a chapter out of Bad Wolf Girl. She's got a podcast here on YouTube. You should check her out. But she's got a saying where if it's not a yes, then it's a no. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be happy with it this way. And I love this yarn too much to let it just sit there. So I decided to take out all the woven in ends, and I ripped back. And my mother-in-law calls it knitting backwards or crocheting backwards. I just left the beanie whole, the other one, and I knit I just pulled it as I was.
Oh yeah.
As I was making this hat right here, I just pulled from the old one that I wasn't. And it actually used up, I only cut off maybe this much extra was left from the other hat, but somehow it used the same amount of yarn. I didn't even have to go to the skein of yarn that I had left over.
That's amazing.
It was so weird how it worked out. But I think that was like the best decision I could have made, because now I'm so happy with it. It fits Sarah perfectly. I tried it on her this afternoon, and I think once it's blocked and everything, it's going to be perfect with the little pom-pom that I cannot find to show you. But the pom-pom is by North Star Stitches, and it's in the buttercream color. It's really pretty, and I'll I'll try and find it. But anyways, it's going to look so cute right up here. I'm going to attach that with a button so I can take it off and on, so that when I need to wash this, I can. Well,
clever.
soak it when I need to.
It's a really great idea.
And this is going to be one of those precious knits, so because it is 100% wool. So, anywho's. What are you working on? Or did you have anything completed this week? Did you have yarns? Or?
I have yarns that I have dyed. Oh, some of them you guys have already seen. But I had some experimental ones. I have this one. This is a fingering weight yarn, and I was trying to do fall colors, and so this is how that ended up.
I'll show it. That is beautiful. That really does make me think of fall. I love that.
Currently coming up with names, so if anyone has any good names, you guys know I love naming them after Taylor Swift songs.
Oh, I'm thinking of her Evermore album.
Yes.
Something off of there. Doesn't she have something, Into the Woods?
Yes.
Is that the name of the song?
I think so.
Testing my trivia here on Taylor Swift. I'm not so
terrible
sure.
with names
I feel like that
anyways.
would be right. Of course, that's also the name of a musical or musical song.
Yes.
Into the Woods, Into the Woods.
I'm
Okay,
getting it
I'm gonna be
mixed up.
weird. I'll stop myself from singing here.
Okay, and then the next one is this one.
Oh my God, the sparkle is showing up, I think.
It's interesting.
Oh, it's so cool.
And then this one I wanted to do, I used a lot of chartreuse in it, and I thought it came out really muddy looking, but I kind of am digging
I
it.
really like it though, because it's got a lot of subtle colors in there.
I kind of like it. And then this one I'm on the fence about, but it's totally out of my comfort zone.
I think it's very summery.
It ended up
And almost kind of like makes me think of watermelon.
Yeah.
Because with this right in here, I think with the right project, this would be fabulous.
So that's what I had dyed up. Also, I made a business
Very cool.
card.
Love
I'll show
it.
my business card.
Guys, look at her business card.
Look how big it is.
She showed it to me and I about peed my pants. Oh.
So I thought I was printing off a little card, and this is what printed off, and I just kept it, and I'm just gonna keep it. So yeah,
you could use that as a license plate.
so I might. And oh yeah, I printed off some more yarn labels.
I do like your yarn
It's like
labels.
backwards to you guys.
It is backwards, but it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it.
So that's what I have completed. Not so much, but that's playing around. So yeah, you found the pom pom.
Found the pom pom. Yay!
Where did you find it?
It was sitting right beside me. We had everything ready for this podcast. And then the moment I go to pick it up, it's like gone. It's because we were playing with it before we started filming.
True story.
But this is what it's going to look like when it's on. Isn't that cute?
I love it.
I'm so excited.
I
All right. Enough on that hat. I was just excited because I found it. And it's not even floofed all the way. North Star Stitches is the one who sells these on Etsy, and they're beautiful. This was
Love it.
buttercream, and this is the medium size. And her packaging was cute.
They
So
make them bigger than that?
yeah, I know. And I'm excited. I was telling her, I have some plans on some that I'm going to be making, but we'll get to that on future cast-ons. What are your work
work
in
in
progress
progress.
as your whip?
Right now, I am trying to make a lovey bunny because Rachel inspired me to make
I love it.
for a lovey bunny for my niece. I spilled water on the pattern, so excuse me.
You can hear my daughter in the background.
Is it? It's by Theodore and Rose, and it's called Hattie the Bonnie Bunny. That's really hard to say.
Bonnie Bunny? Bonnie.
Say that 10 times fast.
Bonnie
Hattie the
means
Bonnie Bunny.
pretty
Hattie the
or
Bonnie Bunny.
beautiful or something, right?
I don't
Are
know.
you having a seizure?
I am having a stroke. So I made the head for it. It's beautiful.
It's the most gorgeous of round bunny heads that I've
made
ever seen.
one ear.
Ooh, it is very soft though.
I'm using a cotton yarn. No, bamboo yarn.
Bamboo is really soft.
This is one ear. It took me approximately 1 million years to make this ear.
It's just a rough
And
guesstimation on how long it took you. Yeah, it does take a long time to make the ears for those bunnies.
I have started the second
Oh, it's
ear.
so soft though.
This is all I have.
Just imagine she's going to be cuddling this at night, and the bunny ears are always what they grab for, and they just rub because this is so soft.
I know. I'm so excited.
That's what Sarah loves
And
on her little lovey bunny.
I'm still on the fence
cute.
about what.
It's got one ear.
I know. And I'm just still on the fence about what color to make the dress.
I like
the
that
blanket.
color.
I have a color similar to this, but I also have this really pretty coral color as well.
Oh, that would be pretty.
Or I just now thought of this color.
It's a little dark though.
It is a little dark, but it has sparkles.
It's very pretty. But against that, against the white bunny. Now, it might, you could make it, you could gift it to her for Halloween and do like Halloween colors. I'm wanting to do a Halloween lovey bunny for my shop.
Why are we not making Halloween bat lovey bunnies?
Right?
You guys, I just now came up with this.
I just had an epiphany. I'm already ready for fall.
Anyway, well, you have this wonderful fall candle.
I know. I've already got the fall.
It's
I'm like, come to me, fall.
It smells so wonderful. It smells like fall in here, and then you go outside.
And then we have our coffee, and then you go outside and you're like
90 degrees.
melting.
I mean, we have our sweaters and everything.
Because my husband keeps it like so cold in the house.
So cold.
It's like 68 degrees.
But
it's winter inside. So winter is good. I knew you were gonna say that. So if you came here for lots of idiocy, you came to the right place. So you've got the bunny
yeah,
that
I've
you were
got
working on.
that.
Anything else in progress?
No, nothing else in progress. But I thought I could do this really fast, and it's very time consuming.
Dolls take a lot longer than people give credit for.
I was like, I'll be able to whip this up.
Well, you're also using really tiny yarn, it looks like.
Been
This looks like a number 2 yarn.
It's been over a week.
Yeah, but you're also working a full-time job. She works at a hospital. In a lab.
Grubs.
And she works well overtime. A lot of times.
Everybody.
So don't let her like
does.
fool you as like it's not taking her a whole week
But it
sitting on her
is.
couch for
It
5
is.
days in a
I
row
get
or 7 days
home
in a
and
row.
I'm like, oh, just crochet this up. And then I'm like, this is taking forever. Okay, what are you working on?
My current works.
Whoops, that was my foot.
I found this really cool. Did I tell you about this the last time I was on the podcast? Have I showed this to you?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think I have. If I have, I'm sorry. I went to my local yarn shop, Luteville. If you've not checked them out, they have a website online and I love them. And they're fabulous. But anyways, and they also have an Instagram account, Luteville. And I was in there and found this bamboo sock yarn, bamboo pop. Now I've used bamboo pop before and I really like their stuff. I've made some hats out of it. It's super soft and it's perfect for baby knits and stuff. But I was looking in their sock yarn section and found the bamboo pop, and this one is just for socks.
Oh.
It's 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, and 8% PBT. I don't know what that is, so school me. But I got the color High Tide, and it was affordable. It was $8.80 for 100
Nice.
grams. Yeah, 100 grams, 492 yards, super fine. So I'm doing the Crazy Sock Lady heel toe do-si-do because I resisted long enough and I keep seeing people pop up with their socks done in it, and the way that the colors ripple on color changing sock yarn is so cool. And so I was like, okay, I've just got to do it. And she's got a discount, I think, until the end of July on her sock patterns, so check her out. I think she mentions it in one of her podcasts, or a couple of them. But this is the color. So I'm doing it on DPNs this time. I've never knit a sock on DPNs. Usually I do the 9-inch needles, 9-inch circulars, and is it picking it up? I think so. But I love the colors in this, and I'm doing it, usually I do my socks on 9-inch circulars, and then I just do the heel and toe decreases with the double pointed needles. But this time I'm experimenting because for some reason my knitting, my socks are just coming out a little bit bigger than anticipated, and these are going to be for my mom, like even on my foot, and I use size 1, and I don't think I'm a tight knitter, so I don't, or a loose knitter, so I don't really know why that is. But anyways, I just feel like my socks don't fit super snug, so I'm trying the size 0, and I don't have size 0 in 9-inch circulars, so I'm doing my 0 size, and I just have the cuff, so I don't really have much on it. It's got a twisted rib, and I really like how it's knitting out. I just started these, so I'm only like 12 rows in, but I'm excited to see how the striping goes. I'm gonna try and get these done by August for my mom's birthday. That's the goal. But this sock yarn is really soft.
So pretty.
You're like, let me test. But and it was affordable, and I thought, well, let's give it a shot. And the colors are just scream Cindy, my mom. So I'm excited, and I have this in a makeup bag.
It's a super cute makeup bag
from you. This is a birthday gift or a Christmas gift from you. Oh my gosh, she's like, yeah, that's super cute. Oh wait, I got that for you. But I actually think it's perfect for sock.
I love that. That's a great idea.
Right? I like using makeup bags. I would love to support some, small businesses who make the handmade bags, project bags and such. But if you're on a budget, let me just tell you, some makeup bags you can do, and they're adorable. And I love this one. It's just perfect for it. So, anywho, so that's a whip in progress.
Bag.
You got that one from Lootville as well, didn't you?
The local yarn store. This is somebody's
The local
design.
yarn store.
Local. Anyway.
Did you have another whip?
Nope.
It's all me.
It's all
me.
You.
Last week I debated, and I haven't even told you. I was looking at the Willow Tea towel, and I said I wasn't sure if it was a yes or a no. I decided it was a no because it was not a yes. So I frogged back.
No.
The Patterns by Needle and Love, and I'm really wondering if I think I'm having to find out my gauging again for things, because remember I realized I was twisting my knit stitches, and I think learning how to knit my stitches the correct way has made my knitting much looser than it normally is, because those stitches aren't being twisted.
Okay.
And I'm holding my yarn differently, and really I had to reteach myself how to hold the yarn. So what I did with that hat is I had to size down with my needles, and it came out perfect. I think what I'm gonna do with, at least with her patterns, for me and how I'm knitting right now, I'm finding that maybe the way to go for me is just to size down my needles, because it was just too loose last time. I was losing the pattern and it just didn't look as beautiful as her work has. And it's not her problem because her patterns are amazing.
Okay.
And her work is amazing. And when I sized down, the end product of what my hat was, following her pattern, was exactly what I wanted and expected. So I really, it's a me figuring out how to knit correctly, again, without twisting my stitches. If you are a previous crocheter, check and make sure you're not twisting those stitches when you're knitting, because it really does change the look of your knits, and I think you could be a lot more happy if you are knitting without twisting it. So and I actually did want to touch on that because, you know, this Musselburgh hat has been on my needles for a while, and I've gotten quite a bit done, and I'm honestly thinking about just calling it quits with it, because I did a little experiment at a certain point because I knew I wasn't gonna be happy with it anyway, just to see what it would look like if I went ahead in the middle and switched from the twisted knit stitch to the correct stitch, like knit stitch, without twisting it. So this is what my Musselburgh hat looked like before. And then you can see, especially how on this end, all these stitches look so much more different. And it's because these stitches on this side are not twisted, and these are twisted. But also, look how much wider it's getting out this way because I'm not twisting them anymore. It's changing the gauge. So I'm not having fun with it anymore. And I could use these needles to cast on again and do it correctly from the very start. I also was not a fan of this yarn. It was from Hobby Lobby. It's pretty enough. It's very splitty. It's their DK.
Yeah.
It's so splitty. And because of that, I'm not having fun with it either. And I've kind of just powered through. So I'm thinking I'm going to nix this. When you have a project that you are not happy with and you know you don't want to work on it anymore, it can be heartbreaking to tear it out right away. So sometimes what I do is I take the needles off and I put it into a corner and I don't rip it out until I need the yarn for something, or about 2 months down the road when I'm not as emotionally attached to it, and then I don't mind so much ripping it out. And I've done that a lot, and that's what I did with the dish towel. After 2 days of working hard on it and not looking how I wanted because of the gauge, I was like, I just put it aside for a whole 2 weeks or a week and a half, and then I wasn't as emotionally invested, and then I was able to rip it out, rewind it, and I can go back at it with a clear head and with a new game plan. So that's a tip to you guys. Don't be afraid to rip things out, but give yourself time if you need to frog back, especially because I'm not on a time restraint with this, and I really could use these needles because I do have a Christmas gift I'm wanting to make, and I need this needle size, and I know realistically this hat is not what I'm wanting it to be, and it was just a fun knit for me, not the pattern itself. The pattern is wonderful by Isolde Teague. This is actually what I'm going to cast on again, but I'm going to cast it on with different yarn. It's going to be for my father-in-law. I don't think he's watching this. We'll hope not at this point. I don't think I've mentioned it to him and my mother-in-law, but if they find out, don't say anything to him, please. So I'm gonna actually cast on his so that I can have it done for his birthday, which is in September. And I'm gonna be using yarn that I'm really excited to use, and it's still gonna be gray because it's for him, and he'll get more use out of a gray hat, so which is fine because I'm kind of the same way. But it's gonna be a wool hat.
Ooh, nice.
And I think it's just gonna be different than this one. This one's become kind of an eyesore, and I'll use it for something else, but it is not gonna be for this hat. And so I wanted to talk about that for a minute because I think it's important to talk about the things that don't work as much as the things that do work. So that was a bit of honesty from me today.
Absolutely.
And that's all for the things that I have in progress right now. I do still have Eric's socks on the needles. I have not worked on that at all, so I'm not even show you. However, my goal is to work on that and the do-si-do socks coming up this week. I really want to hunker down and work on those. And I have another sock I want to cast on.
Ooh, yes.
And I was just talking about it with her before we started filming. You can talk about one of the yarns. When I made Sarah's socks, I had like 64 grams left. I just weighed it before we started this podcast. And I had 64 grams of it left.
So this is the colorway Lover with Stellina in it.
Yeah.
And is it showing up good?
There, I think
I'm
so.
terrible at showing stuff on camera.
It's just weird sometimes. There we go. I think. We try. We do our best, people. Okay. So, yeah.
And I had so much fun dyeing this up. And the socks you made, Sarah, are beautiful in this.
And I don't know how much it's going to take with, I'm just going to do shorties. I found that I really enjoy wearing the shorties. I've been wearing my other ones a lot. And so I'm going to, I got this yarn marked off. They reduced a whole bunch of this yarn, and it was with their sock yarns. It's by Yarn Bee Color Ideal in the color magenta. And I got it for $2.24, and it was normally like $9. Yeah, $8.99. So I felt like it was a steal, and I got it, and I thought I'd try. And I think I'm going to do heel toe cuff contrasting with this one, the contrasting with this one, and then the main part of it with the Lover. And I think it'll pick up those pretty magentas that you have in here. I'm like super excited because I was jealous of Sarah's socks, but I really wanted her to have this yarn.
Oh, yeah.
For her socks.
Well, I love her socks, and I can't wait to see your matching pair.
So hopefully I'll get those. I feel like I'm going to be super motivated.
I love Yarn Bee yarn. Like, I just love it. It's so soft and everything. And the colors are really pretty.
Yay.
It's like my favorite at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, Yarn Bee's great.
Sorry,
all right. What?
I stole it from you.
You stole it from me. I'm giving back my yarn. All right. What are you working on upcoming this week? You've got a lot of yarn you've got to dye up because you have big news. Don't let her hold out on you. You thought I was going to like let that slide by.
So I, and how do I say it? I am selling some of my yarn in the local yarn store called Loopville. And I'm doing 4 colorways, and so that's coming up this week.
And one of them is actually, and I did not mean to show that, actually. That was not an intentional segue. But one of the ones that they're featuring in their shop is the Lover. So that's like really exciting.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you.
They're all going to be in the Stellina yarn.
Right, the sparkly.
So the sparkly yarns.
Stellina.
And what they are featuring is this fall color. So that's going to be super exciting for fall. And
I love this one so much.
Betty is going to be.
You'll find me in there buying it.
And what else? Lover.
I'll tell my husband it's just because I'm supporting you as a friend, but really I just want it.
And this one that I named Willow.
That's so pretty. I like the little ochre tones in that one too. I can see why they're wanting to show that one in there.
And then the other ones I have pictures of. These are ones that I previously had dyed. But this is the Canyon. And this is just like a mustard color.
Now, are they still wanting the same bases you used here, or are they wanting that Stellina as well?
And fingering. Want all
Stellina and fingering weight. Okay, that's cool.
So those
that'll be fun because that's what you like to work with the most right now, isn't it?
Yes, I love sock yarn. I love dyeing.
That's just your niche, isn't it?
And I particularly love sparkles because
she does. She's got an obsession with sparkles.
Like I will tell you, Rachel will tell you glitter.
But it sparkled,
I'm
Rachel.
obsessed
I
with
had to
glitter.
get it.
Anything that sparkles. So yeah, that's exciting. That's what I have going on
So
this week.
excited for you.
I'm actually off work this coming week, so we're gonna have some fun times and do some crafting.
I'd like to say I'm the most excited, but between me and Sarah, she might be more excited.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't.
My daughter
even
is
stand
obsessed
it.
with her.
I'm obsessed with her. Like, seriously.
She got to see her tonight, which is probably why she was like rolling around in her bed,
I'm
like not ready for
obsessed.
bed.
I'm obsessed. Like,
they're like 2 peas in a pod.
Seriously.
So we're gonna go to, I guess we're heading into our chitter chatter. Are you cool with
yeah,
that?
that's cool.
We're
Sorry, I
gonna
got a little carried away.
we're gonna hoping to go to the zoo next week.
Yes, we're gonna go to the zoo and see all the animals. I can't wait to see Sarah's face
I
when she
know.
sees all of the
She's
animals.
at the age now. She's 21 months. She's at the age now where she's like knows like labeling things and like getting excited and making the sounds the animals make. And
Yeah, like tonight she made the sound of a lion.
oh, that's
and
her
it's super
thing.
cute.
she
Like-
loves lions. She didn't get, we went today. I went today with her and met up with some lady friends of mine and their kids. We were all pregnant at the same time and had our kids about the same time. So they're only within like 1 to 2 months apart from each other. And they're like, I'm calling them the 3 amigos.
Nice.
They're like little besties. I love it.
Nice.
So we met up with them today and she had so much fun. Mama was worn out. She saved me and we went out and took me to get coffee after Sarah went down for bed so we could film this. And
Extra shots.
yes, she was like, you're getting an extra shot. And I was like, I will not say no. So that was fun today. And Eric was off last week
Yeah.
and we went to the zoo then. We got season passes because we are just living it up while we can. I think this past 2 years has like
COVID,
honed in
man.
how fast that freedom can be taken away. And, you know, we got our vaccines and we're ready to just kind of get out there and enjoy things safely, of course. And an outside zoo is a great way to do that. And
Yeah.
and it's been so good to get her outside and seeing all the things. So, what else is on your agenda for next week when you're off?
So we're going to the zoo. I think we talked about making a Target run.
Yes.
Because we love Target. And
Target and
maybe
coffee.
Yes, coffee, definitely coffee.
Oh yeah, and then you and I are gonna.
We're gonna go get Mexican food
Yes.
for the first time in
Over a
remember.
year since before I had Sarah.
And yeah, and then we're gonna go to a craft store.
Yes.
Because
it's
who knows what we'll find at
us.
a craft store? Like definitely probably some yarn. And,
Definitely.
And I don't know. I just want to spend time with you guys and, you know, have fun. Like,
I'm excited.
live it up.
Live it up.
Like,
I love our version of live it up. It's like
we're
Mexican
gonna stay
crafting,
up really late.
watching ridiculous TV,
We're not even gonna
playing
say
with the
what
kid,
it is.
at
But
the zoo.
but staying up late and crafting, that's like our
That's our jam.
thing. Like, that's how we go.
That's how we roll.
But yeah, so that's my plans for the next week and just being off. And
I'm excited that you want to spend that time with us.
I'm excited that you want to spend time with me. But what do you have coming up? Like, do you have any plans? Is there anything you want to do this week?
No, that was it.
That was it? Okay.
That's basically it. I'm like, as long as we got some craft time in there, a yarn shop or something, and some coffee, I'm good to go. Like,
Yeah. What do you guys have going on? Like, let us know in the comments. Like,
what do
going
you do
on?
during the summer? Are you guys extroverts, introverts? Like, do you like to get out there in the heat? Because I'm pretty wimpy when it comes to the heat.
Me too.
Like, we went to the zoo early this morning, and we got back. By the time we were leaving, I was like, okay, I'm getting a little toasty.
It's hot.
But it wasn't that warm. It was a great day to go to the zoo. I think it was about 75 degrees and
So
overcast, and
yeah.
which is very mild, especially around the world right now. There's a lot of heat waves going on that are actually quite dangerous. So we're kind of having a lull with our weather. That's kind of been helpful to
Yeah.
relieve that heat. So we're very blessed in that aspect. But when that heat gets up there, it's like I feel like I have to stay inside all the time.
Well, I have been thinking about starting up playing soccer again, and I'm gonna.
Because you love being outside.
In the fall, like I know I'm a total nerd, like playing soccer. Like who does that?
There's a lot of people actually.
I'm an adult, like.
I think that's awesome. That makes you interesting.
It's super hot right now. Like I don't want to die outside. Like,
I mean, that would be optimal
like,
for you to live.
There's a lot of running, and
you have asthma.
I have exercise-induced asthma. That's what
this
they
is like
call
legit
it.
and real, and this is serious.
I have an inhaler, and I still want to go run for some reason. But on another nerdy note, the Olympics are coming up.
Now I am excited about the Olympics because it's the Summer Olympics, right?
The Summer Olympics.
Which I love to watch the gymnastics.
I love the gymnastics.
In winter, I'm like all there for the ice skating.
And the U.S. soccer team is going to be there this year, and I'm super stoked about it.
Yeah, because you like to watch all those.
Like are at 4 a.m. in the morning or something, so I'm gonna have to like get up before work and watch them. But I don't even care. I'm so stoked. Like I'm ready.
But you know, I laugh at you right now but like with as excited as you are right now about soccer, I'm like a knitting or crochet project comes up and I am like, I am ready. Just as enthusiastic. It's like, they've got new paints. I am ready to paint. Like anything artsy and craftsy. Like give all the artsy and craftsy things to me.
Well, yeah. Maybe.
I mean, I think only the most interesting people have a good streak of nerd in them.
I think so too.
I mean, let your nerd flag fly.
Let your inner nerd show, you guys. Like,
yes. We're here to lend you confidence in that.
Hide it.
Or maybe you regret the fact that you tuned in for this podcast because you had no idea what you were getting into.
You're probably leaving now. Right?
You probably already left 5 minutes. If you're still here, gold stars.
You're a true fan. Like, do we even have any fans?
Probably not. We're our own best fans.
Not now.
Not. You just said bye to the last one.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
That's what Sarah says.
She doesn't say Felicia, but her new thing, because she's entering the twos, and you'll ask her to do something and she doesn't want to do it. She's kind of skipped the whole no phase and she's gone into bye. And she just looks at you dead in the eyes and goes, she'll look like she's gonna say no and she'll go bye.
I saw it.
Where did you get this from?
I saw it tonight.
I'm like, it's time to go take your bath. Bye.
Bye, Mom.
I'm like, oh no. I've got some attitude. We're gonna have some fun years.
I love it though. I love it. She has such a personality, and it's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I love her. I mean, I'm kind of fond of her, but anyhow.
Well,
I guess we could end things here and
okay,
and let
Let's
them
do it.
be done hearing about our like giggliness as the coffee kicks in.
We've had a lot of coffee.
We've had a lot of coffee.
And
we're hoping you're having and enjoying a good coffee too, and that you've enjoyed your time here with us.
And let us know what you guys are working on in the comments. Put some pictures in there. I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see all the things.
I want to see all the things. And
if you have any suggestions on what I should do with this leftover, because it's roving, I don't know what to do. Would you put that in a scrappy blanket? I feel like you wouldn't. I'd be afraid because it would felt if you had to wash it. And I feel like scrappy blankets have to not worry about felting. So if you have any ideas about this, please let me know. It's so small, but I don't want it to go to waste, and I love it so much. That would help me so much.
Yeah.
And anywho, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you later on From Us to You.
Bye.
Bye.